Let Vivek also come.
So, can you please repeat this topic of direct and indirect? I
Okay,
didn't get the concept clearly.
sure. So direct is something within the website, within LinkedIn. I'm using all the various features and I'm trying to give a search. Okay. Even in GitHub, I'm using within the platform, within that particular website, I'm trying to give a search by using the available features. Or Quora, by using the available features, I'm trying to give a search. Okay, here I'm searching top engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so here I have a results. Okay, all type or I wanted to search by only a questions or only answer or post or profiles, topics or whatever. Okay, so again I have profiles of product managers, but I do not have a additional filter of this thing, what we say, location. Okay, so this is within the platform, I'm giving a search. Okay, that is a direct search. But same thing if I'm using site or in URL kind of a X-ray, then that is a indirect search. So that's it,
Got it.
nothing.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, similarly in LinkedIn also, I'm using the search filter and I'm trying to give a search within the LinkedIn, that is a direct search. Wherein in a GitHub also, we just search for Java first. Then we went to advanced search. After going to advanced search, I remove this Java. Maybe you can take this part also. Okay, now here written in this language. So here I have number of languages. I'll go with written in C++ language. That means that particular repository, advanced Java type repository. I'm just trying to search for the repositories first. If I wanted to go with, let's say 4+ year of experience, then I'll say that repository has been created before 2016 December. So that which are the repository which is older than 2016, if the person is creating, by default that person will have 4+ years of experience. I'll not go with push to. If I want, I can go to stars. So based on the repository stars, maybe 10 to 100 or 10 to 500, it can understand as many number of stars. So dot dot works here. That number range difference I was telling in one of the sessions. Then we come to user options. Here we just gave Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. Let's say Hyderabad. We have additional followers also. How many followers? More than 25 followers or 20 to 50 followers or 100 followers, like that. I'm not giving as of now. And then search. So first we got the repositories, and after clicking on users, we got the number of users. So all these users are coding on LinkedIn, and we have given their repository should have more than 10 stars something. So these are the repositories which has 28 stars, the recent stars, if you see 204 stars, 32 stars and all. Now we just go remove everything. Maybe right from the beginning again we'll run one more search without giving a repository filters. We just remove everything. We have just created a fresh search. Directly we went to user option. I say I want people from Chennai and who are working on C++, beyond these many repositories, beyond these many followers. Repositories is nothing but the projects what they have created. Okay, so you see location Chennai, language C++, simple. So I got all 524 only user profiles directly who are coding in C++, and all are from Chennai. And the beauty of this, once I have an account, once I log in, I'll be able to see their email IDs also, who has not disclosed. Most of them I could see their email IDs, but there are a couple of people who has not disclosed their email ID. They have made it confidential. So for them, we just go. We'll have special session on the GitHub, but to cut short it, I'm just showing you. We just go open their profiles. Okay. So here they do not mention their email ID. They would have kept it confidential. So these are their user IDs. I copy this. api.github.com. User Shivkumar 400 is my user ID. I come here and paste her user ID. Enter. And then Control F at the rate. Oh. Control F, Shift at the rate. So let's see where all email is this. Ram Shrivats. So he's one of the contributor in this particular project. GitHub. Okay. So Lucky Sandhya 99@gmail. What was her name? Sandhya. So this is her email ID. There might be other email IDs also, but that might be of other people who are working on this particular project. We need to see name. Similarly, we just go with this person. We take user ID of the individual profile could be here after .com, or we can take it from here. We take this, we come here, we remove this and replace it with Rathod 007, Ratan 007. See, Control F at the rate. So 0. So he did not. He has kept his what we say email ID confidential here as well. So now interesting. I just go. See his repositories. Projects he do not, okay, he do not have any projects actually, so that's the reason we could not see. No, he don't have any projects itself. So let me see some more candidates. Gokul Ratan, okay. But otherwise, Ratan 007 looks something ununique. We just see where all he is available in URL. So here we have in URL Ratan 007. Now in URL, same Ratan 007. Trying to see his web presence. Okay, so we have given Ratan 007. So he is on CodeChef. He's on Youth for Work. He's on Facebook. CodeChef. See here, there are two people who have created something on CodeChef. So 007. Okay, so let me see in case if I sign up on CodeChef, user Ratan 007, okay, on CodeChef. Let me sign up using my CodeChef account. Using my, okay, here it's asking me to give. But otherwise, most of the time, when we register, most of the sites ask us in case if you want to register using your Google account. So 80% of people says, yes, I want to create using my Google account. So I assume he would have created using his Google account. And the beauty of when we create something, some profiles using Google account, our user ID would be by default, whatever the thing before @Gmail. Something like if you've seen my user ID on GitHub, which I've created using my Google account. So my user ID become Shivkumar400. Actual my email ID is Shivkumar400 @Gmail. So whichever the site I'm signing up using my Google account, 80% of the sites just take this part as my user ID. So if I'm scraping a data from those particular site, it makes me very easy to identify in case if my guess is correct. I'll say Ratan007 @gmail.com. Who are on it? Yes, it is correct. If it is correct, then their profile pic will be available like this. So her email ID, anyhow, we were able to find it. His we did not found, and we do not even have a photo of it. But Google has identified that this email ID do exist, and this is the profile pic of that person. Let me see for this girl. Anyhow, we got her email ID, right? What was her email ID? cookies. Otherwise, this thing. So this is non-existing. We do not have any photo, we do not have anything. So this is not real email ID. And there is no pic also. So how to identify whether it is real or not? We'll get the profile pic, at least profile pic. Or in some cases, we get their first name and last name also. Vivek, can you tell me your email ID of Gmail?
Yeah, Vivek Vizag.
V-I-V-E-K.
V-I-Z-A-G.
V-I-Z-A-G, right? So is this your thing?
Yes.
Okay. So I assume you did not created your Google account with your first name and last name yet.
I don't remember.
Something like if you see, if I show my email ID or Google account, I have my first name and the last name and then email ID. In your case, this field is not updated yet. It is just your email ID. So that's reason it's showing here in a mail message, just the pic and your email ID. If you would have updated your first name and the last name, then it would show in that way. Like this. Okay. So I'll disconnect this call. Again, you rejoin in a second call. We'll learn over there about what we say, Stack Overflow today and a Facebook sourcing. And again, this GitHub session will continue in our next session with full focus only on GitHub sourcing.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.